this tutorial, we're going to talk about text to columns. And this is something that allows you to take a cell that has multiple bits of data in it and break it out into individual cells. So in this case, we have the customer's last name, first name, and their state in this first cell. And I want to break it out so we have one cell that has the last name, one cell with the first, and one with the state. So what we're going to do is we're going to highlight all this information that we're going to want to break apart. We're going to go to the Data tab on the ribbon, and then we're going to go to Text to Columns. And when we choose this, you have two options. You can either choose delimited or fixed width. Now we are going to choose delimited, but I'm going to choose fixed just so I can show you why we're not going to take that one. So let's click on Next. And if I was in here, you'd have to click somewhere to break apart your data. And as you can see, there's no clear way to break apart this information where it's going to actually take all of the last names for each one of these lines and split it evenly. So we need to go back and choose delimited. And this is going to allow us to use different characters to be able to break it apart. So let's choose Next. And you can see we have to find something that we can use. Like for instance, let's try a comma. And you see it broke that apart nicely because the comma was after the last name. Now we could say we want to do this by space, but in this case, space isn't going to be a good option because New Jersey is now broken apart. Yeah, and you could go later and move it over there, but you shouldn't have to do that with any of it. So let's undo the space. And now let's go into this other, and let's put a colon in there. And now, because we had a colon after the first name, it broke these apart just perfectly. So let's go ahead and say Next. And now it allows you to take each column you broke apart and determine, do you want that to be a general format? Do you want it formatted as text? Do you want it formatted as a date? We're going to leave it as general. If it was something you didn't want to import into your new table, you could just click this and it's going to tell you to skip that column. But we don't want to skip that column. We're going to leave it as general. So I can just say Finish. And then this is going to come up and say, do you want to replace the contents of the selected cells? Because we're going to be going over that first column that we had all our information in, and we're going to say yes. And so now it broke it apart just like we wanted. Now here's another little trick that I love to use. You see how it made this one so wide when we don't need it that wide? Well, all you have to do is go up between the C and D column where you see this turn black and double click. And it will make it the size to automatically fit that cell. You can do that with all of your cells. And you can even go like this and highlight all three of them and just click any one of them and it does all three of them at the same time. Just a nice, quick and easy little tip as well. So I hope you enjoyed that information and can put it to use somewhere. Stop back again to check out our other videos and hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.